Katrina Kennedy. Today, we're going to talk about instructional origami. It's one of my favorite ways to take a lot of information and put it into a format that helps people remember it for the long term. So, let's dig in. The first thing you're going to need is an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. It can be recycled because we're going to use one side of it. So, with your paper, go ahead and fold it in half. And then fold it in half again. With all of the tools and technologies we have available, sometimes it's really helpful to make things simple. And a piece of paper can be used virtually, it can be used in person to help people make sense of complex topics and processes. So once we've got our paper folded, we can unfold it, and we now have 4 spaces. We're going to use these spaces for a little writing and a little drawing. I hope you're following along. So, first square, upper left-hand side, we're going to draw the pick. It might remind you of Minecraft a little bit. So once you've drawn the pick, as much or as little detail as you're comfortable with, I'd like you to add the words, pick a concept. Because that's the first thing we're going to do with instructional origami. We're going to pick a concept that we know is complex, that we want people to be able to deeply understand and retain for the long term. So that's our first box. Then we're going to go ahead and move on over to the upper right-hand box. And in the upper right-hand box, I'd like you to go ahead and draw the pieces. And once you've drawn the pieces, I'm going to ask you to write the words in that same box, break it into parts. So we're going to take that concept that we want people to learn, and we're going to break it into parts. And each of those parts is going to get a square on our paper, just like you're doing now. That's going to take us then to our third box on the bottom left of your paper. I'd like you to draw the icon. Because we're going to add the words, select images for each part. So we want an image that really helps you to be able to make a connection to the concept, make a connection to the part. We want it to be an easy to draw image so that it can be done fairly quickly and without a lot of detail. Line drawings work really well. Once we have selected each part, then we get to the fourth and final square on your paper, that bottom right-hand side. And on that square, I'd like you to draw the pencil, please. And next to the pencil in that same area, I'd like you to write the words, write a short phrase for each part. So it can be a word or it can be a phrase, something related to the concept. So when we put all 4 together, I have a really clear way to trigger my mind to recall what the concept was. Now, the cool thing is we've also created a bit of a job aid that someone can take away. They could add more detail if they like. You could go back and refer to it later, both in class and outside of class. And you've got a handy tool for a little retrieval practice as well. So at this point, I'm going to ask you to turn your paper over. And once you've turned your paper over, see if you can recall the words and the phrases that we used for instructional origami. So we've got the pick, a concept, break it into pieces, select an image or icon, and write a short phrase for each part. How'd you do? I hope you found this helpful. I hope you use it in your own work. Let me know how you use it, or if you have any questions in the comments.